Hey, Divine Messages 333. I'm Lisa. Thanks for joining me. If it's your first time, welcome, and I hope you come back. So, I posted a short a little bit ago about making changes, and I want to know like how you're making changes. Um, we just had this what was it? The solar eclipse, and there's this shift that was supposed to happen. Um, the shift is within ourselves. Um, and that's where changes actually start, right? So they start within, and then we project outward, we express outwardly. So the last, when was that eclipse? A couple weeks ago or something. So I was so excited for it, right? Because honestly, like the last couple of years have been many things. They've been a lot of things. Um, and with all of these things that like I've experienced in the last 2 years, one thing that I'm left with is kind of like exhaustion. And so um I was really hoping that, I guess in my fantasy, in my fantasy mind, I was hoping this shift would just like wipe everything away and a clean slate, and it'd all be different, and I'd like wake up and everything would just look different, right? I would just see it differently. No, there's work. It's always work that comes along, right? Because really, I mean, what? If it's worth it, there's work involved, right? That's what makes it worth it in the end. Like the work that was put into it, that's the reward, the benefit that we get from putting in that work, um, is what we want. But a lot of us, myself included, just kind of want to get to that part. And it doesn't work that way, does it? So, okay. So I put that out there, and that's what I want to know. What is this shift that you're creating within yourself? What changes? Maybe you already have been working so hard on yourself, working so much, really reflecting, doing like inner work. Um, if you're hearing things in the background, that's my dog. He's really trying to get my attention right now. Now it's like trying to do things, and that's when he um gets a little loud. So anyway, he's occupying himself, so you'll just have to bear with the sounds. Um, but I really would appreciate you. I won't make this a super long video, but I'd appreciate you sticking with me and then leaving a comment because, um, I'm doing this to help myself, and hopefully that could also help others. And I'm putting myself up here and asking you and other people that come across my videos to interact with me, to comment, to let me know, to help me as well. I'm not on here thinking I have all the answers. I definitely don't. I'm out here experiencing this stuff with everyone else. I'm learning as I go along. Um, and I'm definitely open to learning from others. And I know that people who are, searching for videos like this, or who are coming across videos like this because maybe they're looking at other topics or similar topics, or spiritual things, and then my video might come up. Well, that happens with me as well, and I don't personally believe in coincidences. So I know that as I'm putting out, my energy, my attention, um, that's what I'm going to receive, back, like a boomerang, right? I'm putting it out there, it's coming back. So I'm putting it out there that I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to know more, I want to experience more, I want my mind to be challenged, to be open, to experiences and ideas and perspectives, all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming that you are as well. And if you're still listening to this video, I really appreciate it. And if you can let me know in some way that you're still, here with me, in the comments, leave something. I don't know if you listen till the end or whatever. Um, Let me know if there's anything here that I'm saying that you're like really resonating with or has like struck a chord and you want to say something about it. But so where I am, like right now, I have more than one um job. Okay. So one of them, I really don't feel like I'm not very excited about it. Um it has a benefit tied to it, and I can and it's something that really is near and dear to my heart. um but I can still um I don't need this job to be able to experience what that benefit, like what the benefit is tied to, and that what the benefit is tied to is what brought me to the job, what drew me to the job. um because it was already such an active thing in my life, and then I thought, well, I will, if I got a job there, then I can get like this extra benefit when I um like they have a tie to this other place. My job has a tie to this other place, and I like to go to this place, and I get a benefit um going to that place if I keep this job. But I can still go to that place and I don't need this job. And the job actually makes it very difficult for me to enjoy going to this place because I got to work. Um and so I'm just like, this job that I have that I'm speaking about is like, people that know me, my personal life, they like, I haven't really talked, like, um, actually spoken to anyone too much about that have really know me about having this job. I just got it like last year. Okay. So I haven't really talked to people who know me very well about having this particular job. But I can imagine that based on my past experiences, you know, in life, I would imagine there's a lot of people that are probably very surprised that I have this job. Not not that I'm able to get it, but that I even want it. and and that I would do it. And Like, my mom has passed away, okay? My mom passed away in 2013, um, at the very end of the year, between Christmas and New Year's. I miss my mom. Now, my mom, I think, would be very impressed that I have this job. Me? Not really. I mean, and there's things that I've been questioning, like, why do I get excited about this job? And the things that have come up are very much tied to like ego, um and like maybe even like image, um society's perception, maybe like wow, I actually have a job right now where people, strangers, are impressed. Like it, okay. So my history, for jobs like work, I have worked in social services for I haven't worked in social services for, I don't know, maybe like 5, 6 years or something like that. And I would say like I worked in social services mostly with people with disabilities of different all age groups, um, over like a span of 25, 30 years. So, and I had different roles, lots of different roles. So I've done things like transportation, I've been supervisor, lots of different things. Um, a job coach, employment specialist, home health aide, uh, personal care attendant, like a teaching assistant, lots of different roles, right? I've also had experiences, probably over 20 years, and simultaneously a lot of times with the social service job, I also worked in the food industry. So line cook, prep cook, um, baking assistant, things like that. So, I mean, a lot of people have wanted me to be in a supervisory position. Haven't really wanted to do that, mainly because I see people being way overworked. They sacrifice too much. Um, the demands are uh, unbalanced and seems unrealistic for what I want to commit to, or even what I think other people should commit to. Like and I'm not a person who enjoys working for corporations. I have worked for a lot of corporations. I've also worked more for independent, like small business owners or business owners. So, um, because I didn't really want to be a supervisor. I also some of like the social service jobs I had, what I see is people in social services, um, whether it's group homes, day programs, people who are also like case management, things like that. Because I had to work with like case managers and stuff. Like uh day program or yeah, day program, like directors and group home coordinator, all the I had to, because I had to have meetings or run meetings or be part of someone's team. They have a team of people for um an individual who, might have a lot of people involved in their life to coordinate all the different, programs or resources that, help them in their lives. And so I saw that because I was, working one on one with people, like hands on, I mean, not always one on one, but like hands on, right? So I would see people in these supervisory positions, and they're the ones making the decisions for these people's lives, yet they are not involved in these people's lives. And the decisions that were being made as the person working with these individuals on a daily basis, they didn't make a lot of sense to me. And I didn't see it really helping people a lot. I really didn't. Um, so yeah, that I wasn't going to be a part of. No. I would much rather take less pay, less benefits, but be helping people, actually helping people, Um, and I'm not saying that people that are case managers or supervisors in these positions in this industry isn't that they're not helping, but there is this enormous gap that I have seen between the people who work with these individuals in a per on a person like a in their personal lives, whether it's work or school or just, recreational at home or whatever. Like there is such a huge gap between those people that's that see the individual, that work with these people, and the ones who make the decisions. And there is such a, like, within that gap, I didn't even understand how these people were coming up. How could you even make these decisions if you haven't seen these people since like a year ago? You have not seen these people. You may have gotten a report, but you have not seen this person. You have not interacted with them. You haven't had a conversation. So I just couldn't be a part of something like that. Um, so I feel like that took a long time to say, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because I didn't want to take on those positions. Um, they were kind of like dead end jobs, right? I mean, I was only going to go so far up because I wasn't willing to, in certain places, go to the top or go higher. I wasn't willing. That's not why I took the job. I took the job to help people. I took the job to help them to make a difference in their lives, help them so that they can make a difference in their lives. So, getting back to my mom, if you're still with me, I really appreciate it. I've been talking for 18 minutes now, and let's see, hopefully you've gotten something out of this so far, or, it's at least making your mind kind of, triggering some things in your mind about your own situation. So yeah, the job I've been talking about with this benefit, it's the whole reason why I got it, is something that I think my mom would be impressed by. But my mom was like kind of like the poster child for like the American worker, you know? Um, find a company that's good or an industry where it's growing. So my mom was in the medical industry. She was a nursing assistant, and Um, Later on, something she really wanted to do was work at the airlines because for an airline because she wanted to travel and she wanted those perks. So my mom, for decades, worked um, as a nursing assistant. She worked in nursing homes, and she transferred and worked at a very um, prominent hospital in my state, and um, I'm in Minnesota, and so she was always very impressed, like when she got to work with doctors, or she was around the pilots or I mean, she's really impressed by things like that. She really liked that, and she stayed with these places, not the airlines. I mean, she was with them until she passed away, and so she stayed with them like a long time. If I don't know how long she worked that, maybe 10 years or less or something like that, because she started that later on. But she was a nursing assistant since she was probably like 20s. My mom passed when she was 64, 63, 64. So long time, long time. She stuck with it. She get up and do double shifts, and I mean, she just stayed with it. She was just loyal, and other people, came in after her. Um they were younger, they were getting paid more. She stayed with it. She didn't really like move up. She kind of made like some lateral moves maybe, but if my mom were here right now, she'd probably be telling everybody, "Oh, my daughter does this and she works here and she works with these people." And she'd probably be bragging about it. And that is something that I didn't have when she was here. She wasn't bragging about my dead end jobs. My family did not understand why I wanted to work with people that had disabilities. These jobs weren't going to make me rich. They were not going to be able to get me to buy a house or have big savings or go on yearly vacations. What was I going to get from these jobs? I'm helping these people, changing diapers, or taking them on field trips, and basically, Lisa, you're like a big babysitter. What do you want these jobs for? Why do you want to work with these people? They weren't bragging about that. um my brother and sister, my siblings, went into fields where they had schooling, um not college necessarily, but schooling for trade school or whatever. um Certifications. I mean, I had certifications too, but yeah, so people pleasing, living by someone else's blueprint. I was trying, I my and then so I had my workaholic mom, right? And then I have my father, my dad. He was an artist. My dad is like 21 years older than my mom. And so my dad is 96 right now. Um, my mom would be 76 because my dad's going to be 97 this year. Can you believe that? Yeah, my dad's like almost 100 years old. Isn't that crazy? Um, but my dad was an artist. My dad had a very colorful background, history or Like, he was in prison before I was born for 14 years altogether. I think he maybe went in there a couple different times, but that's about like what it was when he came out. It was about 14 years. Um, he started a halfway house after he got out. He was an advocate in courts for um, men getting out of prison, Hispanic men. He so he he very different than my mom, totally different. He bought duplexes and then he turned them into like rooming houses, and so he started his own business and became a landlord, property owner. Then my mom, um, like, I don't know how long she took off, maybe close to 10 years, maybe it wasn't that long, but she left her medical job at one point when I was younger, like 10 years old or maybe before then. And then she just helped my dad, worked with my dad. And then when she went back to work and started working at the hospital, she she did both. So she worked with my dad and she would work a lot of overtime and um worked with worked with my dad as well. So like remodeling and, you know, maintenance of homes, because the homes they bought were like very very old, like from 1800s and stuff. So like, these were my role models. My mom does everything except she's not home much. She doesn't, I mean, she did things at home. She cleaned and she cooked and stuff like that, but I'm the oldest kid of three. So um a lot of things that, you know, maybe society would have thought she was going to do, you know, cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, she my parents kind of push on me. It kind of got dumped on me. So growing up, I always wanted to please my parents. I mean, I'm a firstborn, so I already have a lot to live up to, and I'm more of the rule follower, right? So, I'm also a Cancer. It's my sun and my rising. So I'm like the mother, the nurturer, the home person, right? So I was probably great as a first child for my parents because they would totally like put all this responsibility on me. I've been taking care of people since way before I could take care of myself. I mean, I'm 4 years older than my next sibling, and then 6 years older than the one after them. And I mean, I really got a lot dumped on me. Um, so one thing I'm working on right now is, because I do readings, I do card readings, and I do them for myself as well. I watch other readers as well. Um, but a card that has come up a lot, and for probably, I don't know, 6 months or more than that, even maybe a year, I've been getting this card that comes out and it talks about forgiving my parents. Like, my love life will improve as I forgive my parents. Like, well, what do I forgive my parents for? Everything's fine. Like, my mom's gone. My dad is my dad has Alzheimer's, and he was moved into a facility last year. Um, or a couple of years ago. Um, so, I don't have the pressure of my parents, like, asking me, what are you doing with your life? What are you going to do? How are you going to do this? How are you going to pay for that? They're not asking, no one's asked me anything anymore. That's over. That part is over. That part of my life is non existent. Something that was huge, 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 huge part of my life. Actually, something that was a great dictator in my life was my parents' opinion of me and my life and my decisions and my results. And yeah, I guess that's like the first time I'm telling myself I don't have that anymore. Which I'm thinking now is like, huh, is that a blessing? Or is that a challenge? Huh. Do you feel that way sometimes? Do you wonder when you look at something specific in your life that maybe you don't have anymore? Do you ever wonder, now that it's gone, now that that is over and it doesn't exist, is that, how do I see that? Do I see that as good? Is it helpful? Or so at the moment, what I'm thinking, and this is one of the things I'm changing about my channel, is that like I knew I was being guided to um trust my intuition. And how that even came about, I'll make a different video of, because that is crazy in itself. But um so I then I got the message when, okay, so I was getting a message for years to be trusting my intuition, but I wasn't trusting my intuition, partly because I was trusting other people around me who I didn't realize were betraying me and deceiving me. Now, whether that was a um what's the word? Like premeditated, whether that was someone's strategy, for some people it was, and for some people maybe they didn't realize that they weren't really, I don't know, supporting me, or like trying to, some people don't want you to do better than them. Let's just say that, right? It's not, they won't tell you, like, they'll tell you they want you to do well. But what they won't tell you is they don't want you to do better than them. Okay? So some of these people were steering me wrong. And I was trusting them because I didn't think that they would do that. I didn't really even think about it. Why would they do that? I wouldn't do that. And so, as I was trying to trust my intuition and then I would try to confirm things with these people, they would gaslight me and tell me, no, that's not what's going on. Nope, that's not true. Okay. Then I would believe them, which is like the opposite of trusting your intuition. So it's like I would have this back and forth dance, back and forth, back and forth. I want to trust me, and so this is what's coming to me. And then instead of like, um, what, like instead of running it across me and confirming my own self, I was taking this information and then asking other people if it's correct when I'm supposed to be trusting myself. But instead, I'm asking other people. And they were saying no. So through that, I learned that I need to trust myself. Because these people, I can't say across the board everybody, but I had to come to this understanding that, you know, whether those were in, whether when people were telling me things, when they were gaslighting me, it was either, whether it was intentional or what, like, I'm not going to know. So if the message that I'm receiving is to trust my intuition, then I need to sit and go with the feeling that I'm getting and stop asking these people to stop it. Okay, so I started getting a message about making a YouTube channel. Like, what the hell? I'm making a YouTube channel? What? Why would I do that? I don't even watch YouTube. Like, I don't even care. Like, why would I do that? But over and over and over and over and over. And it wasn't like make a YouTube channel, wasn't the message. You know, I wasn't like pulling a card and it said make a YouTube channel. But it was in lots of different ways and signs, which, you know, if you believe in signs, you trust signs, I think you'll understand what I'm saying by that, you know. It could be I'm hearing part of a conversation. It could be I turn on the TV and, you know, there's some show on there that's almost a mirror, like reflecting my life. And what do they conclude? They're like, you know, on a show or so, whatever. So I was getting these messages, do a YouTube channel, right? So I started the YouTube channel like last year. It's been almost a year now. And I I've recently been getting a message. Well, in this last year, my channel has, like, I think I've changed the name 3 times. I have changed, like, even how I've been doing readings a bunch of different times. And I've added different things on my channel that I didn't originally think I was even going to put on there. Like, I didn't really think about it. I just figured I'm just going to do what everybody else does, I guess, because that's all I've seen. So, I don't know. Then I started, after I, you know, started my channel and stuff, I started getting, like, this other message on a different way of doing my readings. And So one day I just was experimenting and I'm like, okay, let's just say the thoughts I'm hearing, uh, I listen to them and I do what it's telling me to do. Let's just see what happens. That was crazy. Um, I mean, I still am not sure if this is something that, you know, people get anything from or they want or they like. Because if I have to go by the likes, no, I'm really not getting very many likes on this other way I was the music. Like what I was talking about is when I have, like, if you go to my YouTube channel, most of my content are shorts right now, which I want to do more long videos. But um, I have done a lot. Most of my content are shorts, and um, so wow, I said I wasn't going to take a long time talking, and now it's 41 minutes. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if anyone's still here, but you know what? Screw it. I'm still going to go. I'm going to keep going. Whatever. Cuz this is what I mean. This is like literally what I'm saying. So, the one day, cuz I've for years have been getting messages through music, songs and stuff. And I didn't really see it as a message until a couple of years ago. Then I realized, oh my God, these are messages. Like they're literally messages. Like if someone goes and gets a tarot reading, this is like my tarot reading. I don't even need to go do that. I can just listen to the radio. I can, if you hear that horn, that's confirmation, okay? So, when I understood that these were messages coming through a few years ago, I totally accepted it, I embraced it, and I listened. So last year, after I had started my channel, I wasn't getting very much like um like views, nothing, right? Like hardly anything at all. And then I get this like message, thought, whatever you want to call it, to because the whole time I'm still getting messages through music, but I'm just taking that as a personal thing, right? I'm not thinking of putting that out there. I'm just like this, it's just a regular thing for me, right? And then something was telling me, oh, the messages you're getting through music, if you use your cards and you choose the decks that are coming to your mind, there's going to be a message and the two will go together. And I was like, what? So I decided to try it. And it was true. And so there are a bunch of short videos I have, readings, where it's me channeling the energy from the reading, the message that I'm receiving, not like, yes, the song is the message, and there's a message within the song. The song isn't the message. There's a message within the song. The message might not trying to think of a song. Cause there can be songs where we know what the song is about, but okay, so the song that's coming to my mind right now is Gold Digger by Kanye West, okay? So lots of people know the song. If you don't, Google it, look it up, whatever, okay? Now, there is a message in this song. This song has been coming up for me so much in the last year. Definitely the last 6 months for sure. Someone might listen to that song and say, Yeah, okay, so the message is there's someone's gold digger and they're around you. I mean, that's what the song's about. Big deal. Okay, that's what you may think until I pull the cards. And then you might find out that there's something about that song or within that song, a part of it only, not the whole main meaning of the song, that is the message. So, it's not as simple as me saying, "Oh, I got a message through a song for you and it's Gold Digger." And so, you're going to be meeting someone who's Gold Digger and they're going to try to like take you for your money. That's not. Hopefully I'm making sense. I know this is probably a whole bunch of rambling, a whole bunch of rambling. Um and what do I hear? Keep going. Like, okay, fine, I'll keep going, I guess. Um Going back to what I was saying before. So recently, I'm getting this message again about my channel. And the message I'm receiving is I need to change it again. I'm like, what the hell? Now I almost have 100 subscribers in a year. Okay, that seems kind of like slow growing, but I'm happy. Fine, whatever. I mean, when I look at my analytics, I mean, sometimes people don't even listen past 24 seconds of a 59-second video. Like, when you think of the how the attention span of people has changed, it is so, oh my gosh, it's just, I mean, all these negative words are just filling my mind right now, and I don't want to say them because I'm not trying to put all this negativity out there, but it's really sad. Just It's just sad to see that people, we voluntarily are changing ourselves, you know, because it's not like someone can't watch consist like a 59-second video from beginning to end, but they're choosing not to. That doesn't, that's like I didn't get to it quick enough. So I'm not really too concerned that I've been talking now for 48 minutes and someone might not even listen past 30 seconds. I've gotten 98 subscribers and it's taken me almost a year, but I've gotten 98 subscribers. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, the message I'm getting is keep going, but change it up. And so, like, I can show you my, well, my channel. Like, I have, um, created my background, for my channel. Because I thought, it's got to look a certain way, right? Um, Look at the people who are getting like a lot of views, or people who have a lot of subscribers. They seem to be looking more professional. They had a background going on, and they got this stuff in there and that stuff, and spiritual things like representing, oh, I'm into this, I'm into that, I can do these things, I can work with this stuff. And but I don't know if, like, are people watching their videos because they see that they've got like a moon on their wall, or they've got some incense sticks on the shelf, or they've got certain books or something like that on the table. Like, I don't know why people are watching theirs. And then I started, like, I'm realizing, like, maybe I was focusing on things like I'm not getting enough subscribers. People aren't liking my videos. They're not interacting. They're not commenting. I'm not able to start making money off of ads yet. Like, I gotta, there's all these um, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like goals or milestones or something like that. Like, you have to meet on YouTube in order to, like, unlock this benefit, or you know this thing, whatever. So what the message I'm receiving about my channel is, that's don't worry about that. That's not why we told you to do the channel in the first place. That's not why you're being guided to do this. It's not for likes. It's not for popularity. It's to help people, and it's to help you. And you're going to help yourself by helping others. Like, in um in recovery, if someone's in recovery, like all kinds of recovery, I guess. I mean, I'm thinking like AA and stuff like that, but I'm sure it goes the same for like gamblers and people who might overeat or overspend, or you know, we help ourselves by helping others. And that's how we keep it going, right? So, and that's how you stay sober. You stay sober by helping other people, because that's going to help you. You know, so if somebody were to, and AA is like part of my, it was a part of my past at one point, and so that's why I'm referring to it. But this is not promoting AA or anything. I'm just talking about, like, it's just because it's in my past, okay? So, but if somebody were to, be in some type of, like, say a 12-step program, right? Or they wanted to mentor someone, doesn't even have to be recovery, right? And if they got into that because they wanted to help people, but after a while they kind of like got kind of sucked into maybe like the community of, like, the where they're trying to help people. Like, I mean, you can get kind of like, I mean, we're human. I mean, we can kind of like connect with people that maybe aren't the greatest for us, and then kind of get sucked into that kind of behavior. We can maybe get like overly involved in something, and then kind of like get a little bit burnt out, or maybe feel like maybe our ego's involved a little bit. So what I'm saying is, like, somebody can get involved in something for the right reason, or start something for the right reason, or know why they're doing it, right? With a goal, a specific purpose, a goal in mind. And then, like, that can, so it can start, right, the process. But then at some point, life happens, different things kind of start coming in, and somebody could at some point start to be more, let's say that they're only sponsoring or mentoring like 2 people, and they're like, I've got all this time, I'm retired, I've got lots of time, I have free time, I don't have kids at home, I have no pets, I don't have a job, 7 days or 5 days a week, I am retired, I I'm part of this organization, and so this is like volunteering, and so, I want to help people, so I can help up to 12 people, and I'm only helping 2 people. And, maybe you decide, well, maybe I need to frequent other locations to find more people to help, and so I'm going to do that. And so, your goal now becomes looking for the people to help. Looking. You're looking now. You're searching, right? When you started, you were just going to be available. You were going to put yourself out there, and like, you're putting your intention out there. And so what you're going to attract is, you know, who's looking for what you're putting out there, right? But then you got there and you got a couple people and it made you feel good. And, you know, 6 months went by and you're still sober, or you're still doing the thing that you're helping others with, right? It's working for them, it's working for you, it's all going great. You want more and you're not getting it. People aren't utilizing you the way you think that, you're supposed to be. Um, what you're supposed to be used for, or your purpose. So you're searching for the opportunities, and that starts to become your focus, when that's not how that started. And see how the focus shifted, right? So my focus shifted. It went from wanting to get these messages out to help people, because I knew messages I was receiving, some of them were for me, but we're humans, and there's so many of us. So many of us are going through very similar things, sometimes simultaneously. Or I just went through it. Now this person's going through it. Mine ended, yours is starting. So I know I can help people. And I know it could help me too, because I'm processing at the same time. Even if I've already went through something, I'm still processing. I'm still learning more. But I started to compare myself. I'm not getting as many subscribers as these people. I'm not getting the likes. Oh my gosh, this person posted a hamburger today because that's what they had for lunch, and they got like 542 likes. And I posted about, how, I don't know, like, you may lose someone very important in your life, and I'm trying to help you, or kind of soften that blow that's coming, and prepare you, so maybe you can help prepare yourself for when this comes. And you know one person watched it in like 6 months. It's like, oh, that's not good. Like, no one's gonna see that. Like, no one's gonna know. And if what do I have to do? Do I have to like make my background better? Do I need to stop the music readings? Do I need to do certain readings? Do people just want to know about love and romance? Now they're all concerned about their money? Like, I, I the message I was receiving about starting the channel, and why, changed to, um how do I get people to pay attention to me? you know and this has never been a strength of mine. I mean, my mom wasn't bragging about my jobs. Okay, I was doing good things out there. I was helping. I was contributing to our society, to people's lives in a positive way. And they were being able then to impact people's lives in positive ways because they were feeling better about themselves. Nobody was talking about it then. So, how the hell am I supposed to get hundreds of thousands of people to watch me now so that my face shows up more? And it's not about me, it's about these messages that they're supposed to receive. And it's like now my focus went to like controlling the whole thing. And so what I've been receiving is I'm hearing deconstruct. So the background that I have created, I may take it down or scale it back because it has nothing to do with why I started this in the first place. I started it because I was listening to my intuition. And my intuition was telling me to do something for a reason. And at the time I was getting this message, I was very, very much isolated. I had almost zero contact with people that I knew. Almost everyone I was dealing with at the time, interacting with, was a completely new person in my life, someone I had never known before. But what I learned was all the people that I knew before and trusted before and ran all my thoughts by before, they were not reliable sources. And I was going to have to be that reliable source. So I did not ask anybody, should I make a YouTube channel? Should my YouTube channel be this? Should I talk about that? I didn't ask anybody anything. I only consulted with my guides, my angels, my ancestors. For me, God, the universe, my higher power is who I consulted with, my higher self. And by doing that, I have made, well, I've deleted a bunch of videos too. So I've probably made close to 300 videos in the last year. Right now I have like 250 something. And I just received a message the other day to actually delete a lot of my content, which I am still working on accepting, considering. I don't know if I'm going to do that. But at the same time, I'm not saying no. Because I was told that it is a sacrifice that I will have to make. I have put so much time, so much work into this content that I've created. And then I'm getting a message to like get rid of it. Like, what? But that's one of my changes and shifting my focus. I don't have anyone to impress. And as hard as I tried, I mean, there may have been other things. I'm not saying that I never impressed my mom. My mom loved me whether I impressed her or not. I believe that I left a big impression on her in so many other ways, like my character, my resilience. It didn't work then. So why am I trying to do it now? That's not what this was about anyway. This isn't about impressing people. It's about making an impression, but not for my ego. More about making an impact. I think before I was trying to make the impression so that people would come back. But maybe I wasn't being authentic. I wasn't being fake. But what I'm told is to be authentic. So if that means that I ramble on for an hour and 7 minutes and I cry 2 or 3 times and I go on long tangents, then I guess I do that until I get better at being more concise with my message. But yeah, I guess it's about being more raw. It's going to be more about the process of processing. And I'm still going to be doing my musical messages because those are they come in so strong. And I feel like they're more, I don't know, interesting or fun, or whether they get the views, the likes, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that stuff. And before my storage completely runs out, I need to get going. But if by chance you are still paying attention, thank you so much. It means a lot. I spend a lot of time alone. It's okay. It's not bad. Um, but interaction and building a community here would be very nice because it benefits me too. So, let me know how long you stayed. um, I promise I'll work on um, being more concise. I'll probably start making notes or something like that and have kind of like a little like a cheat sheet or something to just keep me, on topic. And I'll have an actual topic, okay? But something was really telling me turn on that camera and just start. Just start now. So, I did. I'm done. I'm probably going to end up making a lot more videos than I have shorts now because I'm going to stop ignoring my intuition like I've been doing lately. I've I've seen now I've been operating more out of like my mind, my intellect, control versus letting things flow. So flow over control is my new saying for myself, I guess, my new motto for myself. Flow over control. Um, all right. Thank you so much. We're going to end at 111. Okay. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again. Later.